Love him or hate him, you can't deny it, you'll be forced to buy it. Dutch Vanderlyn is an asshole.
Oh, Arthur needs to rest.
That doesn't mean his character is not great. In fact, it means the opposite. The way Benjamin Byron Davis brought Dutch to life by making him one of the most despised villains in gaming shows how truly a phenomenal actor he is. The subtle guard drops Dutch has where he accidentally says what his mind is thinking rather than cleverly disguising his selfishness with all his sweet talk is something that Ben does really well. I really couldn't have imagined anybody else playing this role but him. And in this video, I'll show you Red Dead freaks every time I could find in the story of Red Dead 2 where Dutch revealed his true colors beneath all the fakery.
So, what happened with the girl on that boat, the one in all the papers?
We did what we had to do to get out of there. End of discussion.
Okay.
After all the lip service, he and Arthur head out to investigate the trail John and Micah are scouting. Out of the darkness emerges Charles, who brings them mounts for the journey.
You need to rest that hand.
I'll live.
Get indoors, son. We need you strong.
The second time this comes up is during the fishing trip he has with Arthur and Hosea at the start of chapter 3. After what seemed like a beautiful moment bonding with Arthur's foster parents, Dutch goes and ruins it by sharing his true feelings to their current situation in the new camp.
I think we gonna be okay.
What's even more messed up is that shortly before this, he refers to his closest fallen soldiers, or as he would say, his sons, as casualties.
We lost men back there.
We have lofty goals, Arthur. We're trying to reform society to a kinder, truer, better way. Now, of course, there's gonna be casualties.
I don't know, man, that's pretty damn cold to me. In the following chapter, Dutch approaches John very strange-like to basically make John understand where his priorities should be within the gang, which is to put the gang first, not his family, when just 2 chapters prior, he was telling John to cherish his family.
So, John, I was talking to little Jackie. There's a fine boy you got.
If he's mine.
Of course he's yours. It's the truest of gifts, a child. Yet you push him away.
I ain't no kind of father. I wish the boy no harm, but, well, you know how we live.
We live free.
If you say so.
Mr. Marston.
Dutch?
Oh, it's nice to see you happy.
Happy?
Playing at family is beautiful.
Why are you being strange with me?
Hey there!
Just remember, the gang comes first. We fight for each other. That's all I'm saying.
I don't really know what you're talking about.
No. I'm just being silly. Odd. You know me. And I know you. I know you.
So what in the hell happened? It becomes pretty obvious from this point on that Dutch loses his ability to mask his evil and selfish nature. Each chapter henceforth gets progressively worse, and many gamers, as well as myself, have theorized that the trolley accident seems to have had some effect on Dutch's brain, causing him to become even more bananas than he was before.
The goddamn plan!
I think the injury Dutch sustained to his brain caused him to act and say things impulsively, an issue he was already struggling with as early as chapter 2, when he freaks out on Arthur from out of seemingly nowhere.
You stalking me too, Arthur.
You getting crazy, Dutch?
Well, I've always been crazy, Arthur. You know that. You are starting to unnerve me, friend. I don't think you want me any more unnerved than I already am.
I think I caught you at a bad time.
Just don't play games, Arthur.
I ain't.
The trolley accident being the catalyst that led to his eventual insanity and lack of control. He becomes so paranoid that he lets his jealousy over John convince himself that Abigail is turning John against him.
Micah is the only one left with any loyalty.
Now, that ain't fair.
You are talking like John. I swear that woman is poisoning him against me. I've seen it before.
which caused his later suspicion that she and John had something to do with what happened in the Lemoyne National Bank.
So what happened with John in that bank?
He survived, unlike dear Hosea and Lenny. The only one they took alive. Why is that? And Abigail, I presume she was able to slip away in time. I begin to wonder, maybe, for somebody, this is all going exactly to plan.
And it's that lack of emotional control that pushes Dutch to ignore and violate his own standards of avoiding revenge. A quote Arthur frequently repeats throughout the story of Red Dead Redemption 2 is something Dutch taught him as a youngster. The saying goes, as everybody knows, revenge is a fool's game.
You know, a friend of mine, he always says, revenge is a fool's game.
Just mark my words on this. Vengeance is an idiot's game.
Initially, Dutch dishonored the code when he claimed his reasoning for robbing the two plantation families was revenge for his daddy, who was killed during the American Civil War.
It is payback for my daddy.
Of course, his greed is why he couldn't resist the empty promise on Confederate gold, not for his daddy. But in fact, he's so desperate for that gold, he'd use an excuse that completely negates everything he's ever taught Arthur about revenge. This is where I see one of the first chinks in the chain of Arthur's trust for Dutch. Eventually, he loses all his strength to withhold his insatiable urge for revenge and chooses to use his own gang to infiltrate Bronte's mansion. After the kidnapping, he shocks Arthur and John with what he does next.
The law will find you. Already, the dogs are on the way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're right. You are so right. They are good at smelling filth, huh? So filth has got to be...
Our friends the Patriots gonna come and rescue you, you repulsive little maggot!
Jesus. Part of your philosophy books cover feeding a fella. Good goddamn alligator, Dutch.
The part that covers weakness. That part. I don't know. Well, I do. It ain't nice. I know it. But it is us or him. I figure it might as well be him.
He just isn't the same man they once knew and looked up to. A cold hard truth they come to accept after Dutch leaves both of them behind more than once. John, someone he considered a protege and his favorite son, meant nothing in the end, as it's revealed by John later in the story that Dutch had an opportunity to save him in the bank from being arrested, and he chose not to.
A lot's changed since you last saw him.
No, it ain't. Last time I saw him was in the bank when he left me to get arrested.
You're meant to be his favorite.
Feel like in Saint Denis, when I got arrested, maybe he could have done something.
I feel like you should take your woman and child and get lost.
There are two ways to see this next scene. One if you stand within interaction range, and one if you aren't noticed. If you are not noticed by Dutch and John during their confrontation in Beaver Hollow, you'll hear Dutch shout the revealing truth about what his actual plans were from the beginning. This is why he was so pissed when Arthur broke him out of jail.
Why didn't you
Go
come
on,
get
mister.
me? I told you. Time weren't right. You doubting me too, Arthur? The pair of you depressed me. It was gonna kill me. I thought you thought too much. You are precious to me. Real precious. But next time, let me do the thinking.
And I just do the hanging.
You just do what I tell you, and we'll be fine. We ain't dead yet. Remember that. You think I don't know what you're saying to people?
I just don't know why we're doing any of this.
Why? Why? Because I say so! I am done explaining myself to you! You want to be the general! You don't have the grit!
Grit? That what you call this?
How did the Pinkertons know about the bank job in Saint Denis, John? You want to tell me that?
If you really think that, you are gone in the head.
And here's the other one. I raised you as sons? Goddamn snakes!
You are gone in the head.
This is why I told them to let you rot in jail!
This descent into madness clouded any compassionate feelings Dutch might have had towards Arthur, and in the end, he didn't even pretend to care about his illness, by making several sarcastic remarks towards him. It becomes more apparent to Arthur that Dutch never cared for him and only used him for his own gain. Something he begins to pick up on the further into chapter 6 we progress, as he sees himself through eagle flies. Another angry young fool, as he put it, that was easily manipulated by the anti-authority propaganda Dutch spewed. By the end of it all, Dutch is only interested in saving himself. Evading capture has become his one and only priority.
They won't catch me. They won't catch me!
And in the end, he lost what little remained of the gang, and one by one, they began to lose their faith in their once great leader, and dip. As if Dutch couldn't make it any worse for himself, he commits the ultimate act of betrayal to his right-hand man in the Cornwall factory. After Arthur gets a steam facial, a soldier pounces on his chest. In clear sight of Dutch's vision, he still chooses the dick move to turn around and walk away. Had it not been for eagle flies, Arthur's ass would have been toast.
You know, I'd have been killed in that factory if it wasn't for eagle flies.
And Dutch?
Oh, he did nothing. Less than nothing. He ran. You know, I'd be dead in that factory if it wasn't for eagle flies. And I feel like Dutch saw and didn't do nothing.
You gotta just look out for yourself now, Arthur.
I mean, I could be wrong. It all happened so fast.
Leaving his most loyal members for dead becomes Dutch's specialty by the story's conclusion, because if you thought he wouldn't abandon his sons again, you're dead wrong! In the moment John is shot during the final train heist, Dutch immediately acts like if he was going to his rescue, but actually does nothing for John and once again leaves his ass behind.
You left me! You left me to die! My boy, I didn't have a choice. John, I didn't have a choice.
Left me!
Thanks for taking the time to watch this video today, and if you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, it really does help. Last time I checked, this was America, and for the moment, we still have our freedom of speech, so say whatever you want, and subscribe for Red Dead content like this, and más. Thanks, and adios, Red Dead fiends.
Careful, you don't want to get on the wrong side of the Undertaker.